Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the Bills are always looking for ways to elevate this team, especially on the offensive side. And one of the biggest rumors swirling this week is about a blockbuster trade that could shake up not just the Bills' offense, but the entire AFC East. It's all about Chris Olave, the talented wide receiver from the New Orleans Saints, potentially making his way to Buffalo. Now I know what you're thinking. How does a Saints receiver fit into the Bills' game plan? Well, stick with me because this is a move that could redefine the Bills' aerial attack and really set them apart in the conference. So here's what's being reported. The Saints, currently sitting at 3-8 and struggling after the departure of Derek Carr, are exploring ways to shake things up. They're looking to free up some cap space and get back some draft capital, especially given their current offensive stagnation. Rumor has it they're trading Olave to Buffalo in exchange for a mid-round pick in the 2026 draft, along with about $14 million in salary cap relief. That's a pretty significant package for a player who, despite some injury setbacks, has proven to be an explosive route runner and a real separator on the field. Olave's career stats are pretty impressive. 266 receptions for 742 yards and 16 touchdowns. He's a guy who can make those tough catches in traffic, but also stretch the field deep. Last season, he played 11 games, hauling in 55 catches on 88 targets for 712 yards and 4 touchdowns, averaging nearly 13 yards per catch. His yards after catch, YAC, is high at 4.7 yards per reception, and he's a guy who can really create mismatches. His PFF grade is a solid 89-1, which tells us he's a high-quality route technician and a consistent performer. Now, why would the Bills be interested? Well, beyond just adding another weapon, Olave fits perfectly into their explosive offense. Buffalo has been missing that true deep threat since the days of Tyreek Hill's impact on the Dolphins, and Olave's ability to get open deep aligns with the Bills, aspirations to push the ball downfield even more. With Josh Allen's arm and his ability to throw those bombs, adding a player like Olave could turn the Bills into an even more lethal aerial attack. It's not just about the deep shots, either. Olave's route-running ability and separation skills will help open up the entire field for players like Stephon Diggs and Dalton Kincaid. In fact, projections show that with Olave paired with Kincaid, the Bills could see their offensive yardage skyrocket to over 800 yards for the duo alone, boosting their EPA per pass by around 24%. That's a huge jump. Think about it. From their current EPA of plus 0.11 to something closer to plus 0.15 or plus 0.16. Their points per game could also climb from 28 to roughly 33, bringing them right into the top tier of NFL offenses. And deep throws, those 20-plus yard passes, would increase by around 20%, making defenses have to respect every inch of the field. That's the kind of change that makes a real difference come playoff time. But it's not just about the passing game. The Bills' third down efficiency could see a big boost, moving from a 41% conversion rate to nearly 49%. That's the kind of improvement that keeps drives alive and keeps the defense on their heels. If you look at recent successful teams like the Bengals with Chase, they've been able to add those explosive threats that open up the field and create those big play opportunities. Olave, with his ability to stretch the field and make contested catches, could be that missing piece for Buffalo. Now let's talk about the overall impact on the Bills' roster and their playoff chances. Adding Olave isn't just a minor upgrade, it's a statement move. It signals that the Bills are all in on making a deep playoff run, possibly even pushing for the Super Bowl. Their current odds to win it all are around plus 900, which might seem like a long shot, but with this kind of upgrade, those odds could plummet to plus 350 or even better. Their AFC odds could also see a significant boost from plus 450 down to plus 175, especially if they improve their aerial attack and reduce turnovers, something the Bills have been working on. And don't forget, this move also addresses some of the issues they've had on offense, specifically the need for a true alpha receiver who can beat double coverage and make those game-changing plays. Stefan Diggs is great, but the added threat of Olave would make defenses have to pick their poison. Plus, with Dalton Kincaid emerging as a reliable target, the Bills' passing game becomes even more dynamic. It's a perfect storm of talent, speed, and route precision. Looking at the bigger picture, this trade could also influence the Bills' draft strategy going forward. Acquiring Olave with a mid-round pick in 2026 allows them to focus on building their defense or adding depth at other positions in the upcoming draft. The Bills' defense has been solid, but they're always looking to improve their pass rush and secondary. This move makes their offense even more potent, giving the defense less pressure to keep up, knowing they have an offense that can score from anywhere on the field. Now, you might wonder about the Saints' side of things. Why would they trade Olave? Well, with their cap situation and the need to rebuild, they're probably looking at this as an opportunity to reset. They're not fully sold on their rookie quarterback Rattler, who has struggled with EPA -0, 8 in deep throws, and they need to free up cap space for their defensive line, which is under pressure, literally with pressures at 29%. The Saints are scoring only 21, 9 points per game and allowing 27, 2, so they're in a bit of a rebuild mode. Trading Olave for cap relief and a future pick makes sense if they want to retool and focus on building a more balanced team. Back to the Bills, though, this isn't just about plugging in a talented receiver. It's about transforming their entire offensive philosophy. With Olave stretching defenses deep, the run game could also benefit, increasing their effectiveness by around 15%, especially with play-action fakes that become more believable when the defense has to respect Olave's speed. Big plays could jump from 9 per game to around 12, and that's a game-changer in close contests. Defensively, the Bills could benefit too. When your offense sustains longer drives and keeps the ball longer, thanks to improved third-down conversions and explosive plays, your defense gets a break. They can play more aggressively, knowing the offense is scoring more efficiently and controlling possession. This also helps reduce turnovers and interceptions, which have been an issue at times. With a more potent offense, the Bills could see a 16% increase in possession time and a 14% boost in overall defensive efficiency, making them even more formidable come playoff time. And speaking of the playoffs, the odds are shifting dramatically. The Bills are now seen as a real contender. Odds to win the Super Bowl could drop from +900 to +350, and AFC Championship odds from +450 to +175. This kind of upgrade shifts the narrative around the team. It's no longer just a good regular season squad, it's a genuine Super Bowl threat. The added X factor of Olave, combined with the already potent offense led by Josh Allen, makes the Bills a team no one wants to face in January. So in conclusion, this trade isn't just a move for the present, it's a statement about where the Bills see themselves heading. They're making a bold play to secure a deep playoff run, possibly even a Super Bowl appearance. The vision is clear. Adding a route artisan like Olave, who can turn any play into a highlight, is exactly the kind of move that can push Buffalo over the top. It's reminiscent of some of the great trades in Bills history. Think of the impact of acquiring a player who can change the entire dynamic of the offense, similar to what the Raiders did with Davante Adams or what the Dolphins are doing with Hill. It's a bold step, but if it comes to fruition, the Bills could be looking at a historic season ahead. This move signals that they're not just content with competing, they want to dominate. And with Olave on board, their aerial attack just got a whole lot scarier. The AFC is already tough, but with this kind of upgrade, Buffalo might just be the team to beat in 2024 and beyond. So keep your eyes peeled, Bills Mafia, because this could be the start of something special, another chapter in the team's quest for that elusive Super Bowl ring. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential Olave trade? Do you think it's the move that puts Buffalo over the top? Are you excited about the idea of seeing him line up next to Stefan Diggs and Dalton Kincaid? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us, and it matters to the team. This is what makes the Bills Mafia so special, our passion and our voice. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. We're heading into an exciting chapter, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Let's go Bills.